Hello everyone, I had a wonderful vacation just to tell you at the time I am writing this script. And during the vacation, why not just scroll around with boredom on Netflix to see what is to watch? Recently I heard of the Sinful Gear Saint Seiya event, and loud and behold, I didn't suspect them to have it, but they had the 80s Saint Seiya anime on Netflix. Now, I really love classics, and I have to see the trailer for the remake of Saint Seiya, and I will talk about that later, maybe, because you can tell from the timestamp for if you want to know. But I am probably gonna rant about the one thing that tells with the remake go on over the edge of the source material, if you know what I mean. And also a little something from my dad because I got him watching Seiya. But you say in the comments, Silverchan, why are you talking about the remake here when you should just do it in a video of your own for it? This is about the 1986 Saint Seiya Season 1, right? Well, yes, it is, but I just wanted to talk about it so I don't forget about it. I think my goal is to review the Saint Seiya series now, but anyhow, let's get to the review started when we're gonna waste time a lot of me talking like this, just talking and all that. And also, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers, so be ready. Saint Seiya is a Japanese animation series that started off as a manga by Masami Kurama, and it's still running today, with its recent manga being Saint Seiya Next Dimension, still going today, with Volume 13 released just only 3 weeks at the time I am writing this. It's been going on since the 1980s and got its first anime in 1986. Here we'll be talking about Season 1 of the same anime. The plot of Saint Seiya Season 1 started off with Seiya, the main character, as he gets the Pegasus armor, which is called a cloth in Greece, to become a saint. He has to defeat this guy Cassios, and he does so with his attack Pegasus Meteor Punch. There were some people who were mad that he won, those being with Cassios, and also that Cassios died too. But he deals with them later, and so he has to go back to Japan and fight in a tournament with other saints. Seiya is also an orphan who is looking for his sister after he was taken away from her and forced to go to Greece and get the Pegasus cloth. Among that, he met the other main characters, Andromeda's Shun, Cygnus Hyuga, Dragon Shiryu, and the main antagonist of the saint, Phoenix Inky, Shun's older brother. So Seiya fights in this Glacian Wars martial arts tournament with other saints who are all orphans and sent across the world to train and get certain cloths based off the constellations and bring it back to Japan. The tournament is hosted by Saori Kido, who is the reincarnation of Athena, the goddess of war, whose grandpa was the one who sent all the saints candidates to get the cloths, and he promised Seiya he will be able to see his sister if he brings back the Pegasus cloth. And when he does, the grandpa dies, and Seiya goes into the tournament hoping that his sister will be watching, as she had went missing after the day Seiya had left for Greece. In the tournament, the Saints fight for the Golden Cloth Sagittarius, and then it gets stolen by Inky and they need to get it back. And that's all I have to say on the plot of Season 1. All the characters are Bronze Saints, which are considered to be the lower-ranking Saints in Athena's Saints. Season 1 ran from October 1986 to January 1987. So, Season 1 was alright. We got used to the characters, and I got a lot of Persona vibes from the Black Saints, having the same class as the main characters, but they were a darker version of them. They're kind of like the shadow selves of Persona, with being the evil part of someone. That's just what made me think when thinking about the Black Saints. And I just have to say, one of my favorite characters is in fact Andromeda Shun. And if you were listening to what I said at the beginning, I will get to do that shortly, but I love Shun's English voice actor and his style. I have not seen the Japanese audio, so I can't comment on that. But the other cases, the bond between the brothers Shun and Inky is great, and it sort of mirrors Seiya's relationship with his missing sister. When Inky died, it was not the last of him, but when we got the next villain who is after the gold cloth and takes all the pieces except for the helmet, which our main characters are able to protect, the villain is Socrates, who happens to be the brother of Castros, the one Seiya fought to get the Pegasus cloth that he now wears. And when Inky uses his skill raising Phoenix to kill Socrates and himself, and so that's where Season 1 ended, as Seiya promised to get the rest of the gold cloth pieces back, once again, with his friends and avenge Inky's death. Now we get to the part I need to talk about that is not related to the 1986 season of Saint Seiya. Now, I could have talked about this once I do a review on the remake of Saint Seiya, but I decided to talk about it here because I might forget, and I might as well just get it off my chest already. I definitely am on the side with other people hating the change of Shun into a girl. What also angers me is the excuse the writer to the remake of Saint Seiya and about why Shun was changed into a female. Like, this was what he said about it. The Netflix writer Eugene Shun justified Shun's gender change after thinking the Knights needed more feminine representation. He explained that while the original show had some excellent core parts, the one thing that bothered him about it was that the Bronze Saint Knights with Pegasus Seiya were all dudes. The Bronze Knights with Pegasus Seiya were all dudes. That was your excuse for why Shun was changed into a female character? Now, I don't care if Netflix calls their shows that have a anime style to it original Netflix anime. I don't care when names get changed to English names in some English subs. Glitter Force is a different story, I just want to point that out. The only thing that will bug me is the most in remakes is the change of a character who was originally gender to a new gender. Shun was a guy. He had pink armor. That is the first you may say he's sort of a girl when you look at him, but he's a guy. Now, a lot of people in anime consider Shun LGBTQ, and I can see the queer in the design. Like, I didn't notice he was a guy right away either. I am not considerable of talking about sexuality, and I have a lot of friends who are in fact gay that seem to be attracted to me, as well I can accept them for who they are, even if I do turn them down because I feel uncomfortable at times dating someone of the opposite sex than me. But I do like LGBT characters in anime love relationships. They're just too good to ignore and not take a look into. Like, who else was screaming when Uru and from Fairy Maru kissed Homer at the ending of the anime? But here we have to getting off topic, and let's get back to Saint Seiya. Now, I got my dad to watch Saint Seiya and told him about the female change. He agreed with me, and I wanted to point shots out on the matter. And so we used the remake of Battlestar Galactica as an example for the dealt with, since it's dealt with the same issues. This is what he had to say. I made both a written statement and an audio statement from him talking about this, so this is what he had to say.
Yeah, the problem I have was they changed the characters from what the original writer had it. If you want to make a new character, but don't change a character that's already set. I only saw a few episodes, but Andromeda was a character. They wanted to make Andromeda's sister or ancestor Andromeda or whatever, that or a clone, that'd be different. But again, they changed the character that the original writer had.
Now, Paige used to be a male character too that got changed into a female in the remake of Voltron Legendary Defender by DreamWorks. But they gave Paige a whole new story and shortened her to a tomboy to match her male counterpart. But they made her her own character. I have not seen a lot of the original Voltron, nor have I watched the remake of Saint Seiya. But I do know is, and what my dad said is that does not fit. Why, I can't comment directly on them, but I can tell there is some good to the remake by the trailers and so on. But he was talking about a series that is still running today, and Andromeda Shun made a male character, and he should stay a male character. I don't care what Eugene Sun says about it. Changing a character just because of something bothers you doesn't give you the right to change their genders. No one's gonna have the same opinions that this character looks more better as a female, or there was just more feminine representation in the character. Boys can have feminine representation too. That's their choice to make, and Shun already had the female representation in his design and his personality, and both were good. He is a very likable character that steps at the gender barrier, but changes the character into a female is complete nonsense. And so the rant is over, and so the review of Saint Seiya Season 1. If you like this video, I just might make a review on Season 2 because I like doing this. They might not be like this video, but I'm gonna try my best like the others. And I would love to hear everyone's thoughts in the comments about what I ranted about and what they have to say about Saint Seiya, especially about Season 1. So I'm gonna cut off here. Thank you for reading and watching.